Hi, and welcome to the next installment of our playthrough with Stranded Deep. So where we are is I just spent a day, I skipped a day, and I spent that day just running backwards and forwards with that ship, and just bringing back all the barrels that we saw and all the tires that we saw. Not the most efficient way to do it. It's actually quicker and easier to do it with the ghost images, but just for the sake of this video, I just brought it back one at a time so that we could see what we needed to do, because what we're going to do today is build a raft. So I've got the first raft base piece here. I'm just going to stick it up on the rocks just because it'll be easier to attach other things to it. So we're going to build a 3x2. So what we're going to need is 5 more raft base pieces because we've got 1 there, so we're going to need 3 more. Now if we just go, so to make a raft we have to have hammer in hand firstly. Then if we go C and go crafting all the way to vehicles, so what we're going to want to be building are these things. We're going to want, I think it's going to be 5 of these and 1 more of these because we've got the barrels there. So it's going to be 5 more lashings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can press and hold C here and it'll give us another base there. So that's number 2. Same here. Press and hold C. So that's go again. So yeah, it doesn't matter which base units you use. You can mix and match all you want. So 1 more, and that's our base units finished. All right, so there's our 3x2. Now the next thing we want to do, if we just go to this raft floors, we're going to need 6 floors. Now a corrugated raft floor is 2, and a plank raft floor is also 2. So set these up in here. So there's 1 floor, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we don't have enough for a 6th corrugated one, unfortunately. So we're going to have to mix and match with a plank one. So just tap C and go corrugated raft floor. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one has to be the plank. Okay, so there's our raft. Now, what do we need? Another thing I set up overnight was this plank station here, or rather I'm about to make it. So if we just look at the ingredients, we go to, let's just get rid of that. Right, if we go to structures here, and we look under plank station, we need a refined axe, we need a crude hammer, 4 sticks, and we've got all that in front of us currently. So all we have to do is press and hold C, and there is our plank station. Because what I want to do is make a whole load of these things. So press and hold C, those. So I cut down every single tree on the island so that we had all of these so that we could make these. Because what I want to do is make these guys the container shelves. Just cancel that. So we don't have all of the logs yet. This is 2 to go. 1, 2. Okay. Because what we want to do is we're going to be driving in this direction, and what we want is to be able to store all of our containers. On the raft, like so. If you just tap C, you can find this under furniture, and it's the 3rd one down, I think. 1, 2, 3 container shelf. There it is. Alright, so there we are. So now, for example, we just pick up these 3 containers. When we sail off to our new island, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to head to that island over there. It's got one of those big rocks on, so it's going to be one of those islands with more resources. And hopefully that'll be a decent place to base. So we're going to want to be taking as much as possible. So we want all of the containers to go with us. But we need to get some power up and also a way of steering first. So if we just re-equip the hammer here and go back into vehicles and just go to this icon here, the raft movements. Now, raft canopy, that's kind of optional for now. We'll put one up eventually, but we don't need it right away. Now, one thing we did do is you ran out of stones, so we can't make a raft anchor, but we can live without that too. The important one is the raft sail and also the raft rudder. So that's 3 sticks, that's 2 lashings, and it's 2 cloth. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So what we're going to be doing is we want the... Try that again. Try C. We want the rudder just here. And then we want the sail. Oh, we need 2 sticks. I thought we had enough. Maybe not. Okay, raft sail. So you see the arrow. We want it pointing the other way. So we're going to just go Q because we're going to steer backwards. That way, because if we steer forwards, then we've always got our view blocked here. If we head this way, then we'll always have a clear line of view. And what we want to do is place it somewhere in, well, I guess, I'm not sure how you describe that, but in the same spot as the container shelf. That way we can double the usage of that one particular place there. So what happens is that when we're sailing, we just go E to operate the raft rudder, and there's our field of view right there. And we just have to drop the sail. So done. And then all we have to do is load up all of our containers now and everything that we want to take. And we'll do that later. But what we want to do right now is we've only been to this wreck on this island. So what I want to do is grab all of our refined spears. This uses up all of our remaining stone, I think. Make 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. Then we got a bunch of crude spears over here. Press and hold C, and we should see what I was expecting to see there was that we could make refined spears. I guess the menu was just full up and there just wasn't room for it. But press and hold C again. It's still not showing up. Alright, well, let's just do it manually then. Refined spear, 1 more. So now, if we look in inventory, we have 2 full stacks. And I'm just going to drop the rest of this stuff over by the raft. We don't need to be carrying this. So what I'll do overnight is I'll do it off camera. But I'll just load up everything that we want to take, and then we're going to sail off to that island over there, so that the start of the next episode will be the morning of when we are at that island. And it'll be when we just arrive. So nothing will be created. We won't have any food, water, or anything like that. So we're expecting to meet a shark. Scarcely anything in these guys. Another box. We'll take it. Okay. Let's go hands free. We would expect to see a shark here at least. It's another box. Because we're far enough from the other wreck that we should see one spawning in here. If not, then I guess we could swim around a bit at the risk of getting bitten again. Okay, let's do that. No other boxes or anything. Because inside of that ship, that's a good place to hunt from as well, because they can't get you in there. Here's another good place. One should show up. Or on top of there, actually. A lot of good hunting spots here. But we're not seeing any sharks. Yet. So one thing we could do is, there's a bunch of clay there as well, which we could, because we do have a pick, we could take that clay, but I'll come back for that. There is another box. Oops, didn't mean to drop that. Still no shark. Alright, this is the final wreck, or rather the final point of interest on this island that we haven't been to yet. So after we've been to this one, we're pretty much done, and we can head off to the large island and start creating a base. Stuck for a second there. So still no shark. What's the time? 1:40. So we've still got time to get one if one shows up. Which should be useful for the leather. So let's just stay in the water so that we are hopefully acting as bait. So that's it, we've got all the resources. The only reason to stay on this island now is just hopefully to bag one more shark for the leather. Although that's hardly necessary because where we'll be going, the sharks respawn anyway, and yeah, here's useful because you're safe and you can breathe. But we're not seeing anything. The 2:20, so we don't have long before the sea starts to get murky again. Yeah, there's some clay right there. There's usually about 5 or 6 nodes, and they tend to be all relatively close. So we will be coming back to this island at some point. And there's one of those black and white snakes that poison you. So I'm guessing the other clay nodes must be off in that direction. Still no shark. Oh, there he is, finally. Alright, well it's 5 spears. Where did he go? He would kindly come back. No, looks like he's buggered off. Oh well. As mentioned, there are going to be plenty of other sharks that we can get hold of. So that's it for this island. So we can say farewell to our raft because we're not going to be able to take it with us. So now all we got to do is just fill up with everything that we want to take, which is just going to be a lot of inventory management here, making sure that all the stackable items are stacked. We're obviously going to put 3 containers here, 3 containers here. We'll be carrying a bunch with us as well, because that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll be able to fill up all of those containers. And one other thing that we can do is... I think we get pretty much all of the resources back. So remember, it took a refined axe, it took a hammer, it took a lashing, and it took 4 wood sticks and a plank. So all we lost there was 2 wood sticks. So we can remake this once we get to a home base. Things like the lantern we'll take with us because that's good for... And how are we doing on stats? Water. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And we'll eat something before we go. So what I'm going to do for the rest of the day is just stack everything up here. And then we'll head off to the new island. And I'll see you once we get there tomorrow morning. And probably call the episode here. And I'll see you once we arrive at that island over there. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you then. Bye.